here in Mahali. The left and right-handed combination.
You can see the excitement in the crowd. It's a packed house here, absolutely jam-packed. Not an inch to spare. Ashish Nehra, very, very experienced bowler. It'll be interesting to see whether Dhoni opens at the other end with a spinner. He's done that quite regularly in the tournament.
The final group game, a knockout match. Australia taking on India, and we are set to go. Ashish Nehra to Khawaja, pulls it away, and what a start for Australia. It goes all the way to the boundary.
Well, he does play that shot well. We've seen him throughout the tournament. Slightly short of length, and he quickly transfers his weight onto the back foot, and there it is, just transferring the weight and pulling it from outside the off stump. Short ball from there. I didn't quite get up as much as he probably wanted. So very good start this
mid on, but it was Aaron Finch walking down the wicket that gave him a bit of a head start. Bumrah, just the 2 wickets in this tournament so far, one against New Zealand, one against Pakistan. What can he do tonight? Whip through the leg side from Usman Khawaja, who's very strong in that region, and that brings up his second boundary.
Yes, he's very, very strong off his pads. Hits the ball square, generally in front of the square leg umpire. And that's what has happened again. He's got the leg ball, and he knows that there is no protection there. He's had a go.
Well, he was aggressive against Pakistan. Usman Khawaja hit 3 4s and a 6 in his 21. He goes again. It's wide of mid-on, and that'll make its way to the boundary. So 2 in a row.
Well, I think Bumrah will have to look at his length, because that's the length that the Australians are looking for. Just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for the first 6 overs. So Khawaja is going to take his chances, and if he's going to bowl the length balls, then he's going to be taken for runs there. The lofted shot is always going to be on. Dhoni now moving his fielders around. He's got an extra man on the onside, taking the slip out and put him to mid-wicket.
Around the wicket. Now Bumrah. Goes again, Khawaja, he gets another boundary. This is becoming a big over for Australia, 3 in a row.
Well, he's got such a good Yorker. He's got to look to bowl that much, much fuller. This is on the length, and he likes to play that shot. He looks to take everything to the onside, and he's been successful. 3 back-to-back 4s.
MS Dhoni making another change, 2 out in the leg. No cutters from Bumrah. That could be the option. Last ball of this over. And he runs it down through the 3rd man with no one out. It's another boundary. Big over for Australia. 17 from a 21 without loss. Well, Aaron Finch, he's only faced 2 deliveries. He's walked down the wicket to both of them. It's been Khawaja at the other end. He's 20. He's hit 5 4s. That's wide and in the gap, flaying it away, Aaron Finch, and that'll bring up his first boundary.
Well, given a bit of room outside the off stump from Nehra, one of those rare deliveries where he's not been stump to stump. And Finch, but you can see he didn't quite get it off the middle of the bat, because it seemed to me as if it had come off the toe. Yes, it did come off the toe end of the bat. He's got a wry smile on it.
He did that the other night against Pakistan, and he hung back and got bowled. So I'm hoping that he will sum this up, and Khawaja will start to move down the wicket, move forward out of the crease. And he does, and he's down, and he's through the leg side. 6 4s now for Usman Khawaja.
Well, he just believes in scoring in boundaries, because he's 24 and he's got all of them in boundaries. Inside edge going between the pads. That is lucky.
Well, you know you're in good form when you're hitting boundaries between your legs. Very strong on the leg side, Usman Khawaja. He's hit 6 4s. Finch goes for it. Way over mid-on, and that's the first one of the night.
Well, he's a powerful player. Leg ball again. He's looked to hit it with the turn, and so confident that despite the fielder being there at long on, right on the boundary, it's gone way over him.
And he goes again, this time a little bit wide in mid-on, won't get it. It was close, but it's back-to-back sixes.
Taking his chance. While the field restrictions are on, he'll try and hit just about every delivery like that. Well, BJ, I dare say, even if you were on that field, it would have been difficult.
Well, you talk about the field restrictions. Well, it doesn't matter. If you're hitting them like that, it doesn't matter if they're all on the fence. So, change in the field now. Mid-on comes up. That's where he's hit both sixes. And he's got a deep mid-wicket and a deep backward square. So you'd have to think he's going to be bowling full and at the leg stump. Well, that's buys, and it doesn't beat, it does. It bounces over the hand. This could be 4 wides. It's into the rope.
That's 4 wides plus 1. That is 5 runs. We're trying to bowl the carom ball, the flicker, but way outside the leg stump. The idea is to try and cramp him for room.
But gee, it's been a good start, and you can tell, BJ, with the intent from the Australians straight up, they've come out and they're on fire. 54 for none.
Second fastest 50 in T20 cricket for Australia. Clipped in out. First wicket for India. And boy, did they need that.
Listen to the crowd. It's a sea of blue. And they're all up. Every single person in the stadium are up because the danger man, Usman Khawaja, departs. Only faced 16 balls, 26. He's done his job though. Australia off to a flyer. It's 54 for 1.
If we have a look at the wicket, it was a good catch from MS Dhoni. It flew high into his left.
And just to full length too. Yeah, beautiful catch by Dhoni. He moved his feet well there, and that he's taken it 2 hands, and that's flown off the stick. Usman Khawaja is looking to go downtown. He's devastated. He's disappointed with that. Jeez, you can 60 for 1, 6.1 overs down. It's going to be interesting to see how David Warner plays this. He's normally the guy that's dominating. He's not normally the person that gets out-batted in terms of runs per balls, but interesting to see how he plays this.
Well, he's got plenty of time. There's no need to rush it for Warner. He's looking for 2. He's pushed the first one hard. Gee, that's good running from David Warner. Very quick between the wickets.
Call it 2 straight away. He is quick. He's done a lot of work on his running when he got injured with that thumb. And he knew straight away. 9.2, so it's excellent. I'll tell you what there is here. There's big gaps in the boundary. And around this field, there's easy 2s without even taking a risk.
Oh, that's a good placement from Aaron Finch. What about the power?
That's a great shot. You can see he train the ball as hard as he wants, but just off the back foot there, just absolute timing. Off the middle of the stick, that's 4.
Well, it was a hush from the crowd, wasn't it? And the man in the deep. Ashman thought that the deep point was easily picked up.
Saw Cole the other night. Get the crowd involved.
Oh, this should be out, and it is. Beautiful bowling from Ashwin. Didn't he need that? It pitched, it spun, and it's beaten David Warner.
Well, there's the noise, and that's what India were hoping for. The big man, David Warner. So fails to get another big score for Australia. Departs for 6. 72 for 2.
The pitch is a ranked turner, because if Jadeja spins it, now this is something that will happen at 8 p.m, maybe not at 10 p.m. That's my reading of the pitch. Just holding the angle and going away. And I feel if you bowl first, you can achieve those kind of things, maybe not later in the night. It's a good evening to you, Michael Slater. Here's Yuvraj Singh. Yes, the finger goes up, the batsman still holding his ground. Marai Erasmus raising the finger, and it's Steve Smith walking back. And isn't the crowd happy, shaking his head as well as he's walking back. Yuvraj Singh has struck this first ball of the tournament. Kumar Dharmasen has walked up to Steve Smith, and maybe it's more about checking the no ball. Horrible moment this for Steve Smith, still shaking his head. Well, he's fine, so he'll have to continue walking toward the dressing room. He's not happy at all. It's 74 for 3. Big appeal from Dhoni. Let's have a look at that dismissal again. In this game, the pitch, whether the coolness of the night, a little bit of moisture in the air, dew, who knows whether it will get easier to bat for India later on, or will it continue to get slower and slower? Then they'll have to reassess the target, because the start was so good. Might get a couple of runs here. It's a big ground, it's not the Wankhede Stadium. So just because of the start that Australia got, you might be fooled into thinking that this is a 190-200 pitch. We don't know that yet, whether it's...
It hits the deck hard, it skids low occasionally. Cross seam, it might bounce like that one, but you're right. Australia are eyeing him up.
Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. Didn't sound sweet, but still plenty of power in that Finch shot. He's moved on to 43 now.
100 up for Australia. Pandya, one short ball too many. Finch was waiting for it, toe end of the bat, but smashes it away for 4. They needed a boundary, they've got a boundary. 100 up.
The second time he's got a boundary from the toe end of the bat. Field doesn't change. Last ball for Pandya. The shot again, and this could be out. Shikhar Dhawan is coming under it, takes the catch. India have got another wicket. As the set batsman who's walking back. The 100 comes up, but the 4th wicket as well comes up.
Brave ball to be pulled the previous ball for 4 and then go again. Toe end of the bat, then the splice of the bat. Finch has gone for 43, 100 for 4.
It's always a bit of a gamble when you have your part-time bowling. His 3rd over in a row. Again, not finding the middle of the bat, no distance at all. Taken well inside the rope. Shikhar